really truly don't know a person until they don't get what they want. But I never thought he would be the one to prove that to me.
I'll say two stories, and I text Freddie downstairs. Yeah. Come up for breakfast. Yeah. But he doesn't have his phone. So when I make breakfast, I like it to be hot. And then he doesn't get his phone. He doesn't get the text. So I'm sitting there, and by the time he gets the text, and he doesn't know that he's late, he comes up, and I'm really pissed.
They say, when a person tells you who they are, believe them. Let's listen to Jennie Mai, this red flag walking.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the YouTube channel, CAC in the Spotlight. Right now, stop everything, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and share this video, okay? Let's get to it. Just in case y'all been sleeping under a rock, let me catch y'all up. This is rapper Young Jeezy and Jennie Mai, and recently rapper Young Jeezy decided to divorce Jennie Mai. And prior to getting married with rapper Young Jeezy, Jennie Mai was married to the white guy you see on the screen here. His name is Freddie Hard Ties. And if you can put two and two together, Jennie Mai and Freddie divorced. And this is what Jennie Mai had to say about that divorce.
It's crazy. You hear all the time that money can change people. Well, divorce can really change people, and it's just so weird because the one thing that he would always say back then is like, you really truly don't know a person until they don't get what they want. But I never thought he would be the one to prove that to me, you know?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Jeannie. So, yeah, it's just hard because,
It's okay. Take your time.
I swear, any woman who has been divorced, in that year, you have red flags if it's not going to work. I did.
Oh, no, boo-boo kitty. He divorced you. Enough caught this woman. What the other side gotta say? Plainly put, he called her trash. Now what would she do to him to make him refer to her as trash? Let's dig deeper.
I feel like I married my version of a bitch.
My version of a bitch.
Really? Yes, when he's sick, his mom is around, it's a totally different man that I don't even know. Do you know what a bitch is?
I just found out what that is today.
It's a male. What do you have to say about this description of you?
Maybe I'm just looking for some compassion and like...
From your mother?
Yes, because if I don't get it at home, at least I can get it from my mother.
You dated black guys.
Loved black guys. Yeah, I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white, man. That's what I like. Dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. I married my version of a bitch.
My version of a bitch.
I married white, man. That's what I like.
So we just heard Jennie Mai publicly humiliate, disrespect, and shame her white husband. After these humiliating events had transpired, Freddie divorced Jennie Mai and he married to another woman. And later, they would have a baby. The nightmare that Jennie Mai gave to Freddie would end with these messages. I upgraded from trash to treasure a long time ago. Best decision I ever made. Congratulations. Being truly happy is an awesome feeling. Love, my little family. And then, let's look at what his new wife had to say about this situation. Everything she does is for strategic attention. You are all just her little sheep. She's got you all fooled.
You know?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Jeannie. So, yeah, it's just hard because,
It's okay. Take your time.
Oh my God! Love it.
Hey y'all, let's look at Jennie Mai's personal life and the different factors that are contributing to her being this kind of person who could disrespect her husband on national television.
I'm a very dominant woman. I own my business. I lead my teams. So I make the decisions in my life. My mom has a very strong force.
I make the beef stew as good as that man. Your cousin, she make lobster.
You can't make this up, man. You got Young Jeezy in the crib with Jennie Mai and her mother. On one hand, Jennie Mai professing that she's a strong, independent boss bitch and she don't need a man. On the other, you got Jennie Mai's mom talking about beef stew and lobster. Yo, you can't make this shit up.
And she took over a lot of decisions in the household to the point that my dad, unless it was always going to be a fight, he was like, you know what? Go ahead. Whatever you want to decide, go ahead. And I'm just going to do me. And that causes a... I feel like I married my version of a bitch.
My version of a bitch.
Dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. For example, I have a really hot temper. Not a lot of people know this, but it's just something in my family. I've seen it in my grandmother. I saw it in my grandfather, to my grandmother, to my mom, to my aunts, to me, right? But I didn't notice it in myself until I was with Jeezy. So I had it, but nobody ever called me out on it. I didn't notice that I had a hot temper until I got with Jeezy. And here's a person who is my equal and I really respect. And when I would spew some of my old habits, and he was like, like, who? That's not flying here. And also, it would trigger him to come back at me with things where I was like, who the fuck do you think you are? Here's a person who is my equal. Who the fuck do you think you are?
No, Jennie, who the fuck do you think you are? Young Jeezy hit you with one of these. Last time I checked, I was the man on these streets. They called me residue while he blowing these beats. Yeah. You see, Jennie Mai, you played yourself, baby. You thought you was gonna talk to Young Jeezy like you was talking to your ex, Freddie. Young Jeezy ain't Freddie. We come from two different places, girl. You gotta show respect. And there'll be none of them silly comments talking about you married your Mitch. What? You tripping. Listen, you should have put yourself on game before you married a black man. So anybody watching this video, know, y'all gotta keep that in mind. When you deal with a black man, you gotta show respect. Because black men, we don't tolerate that.
You know, it was just always instances where I just knew that this wasn't gonna work out for me, right? So I had to figure out how to change without losing it.